Yo, what's up guys? We are gonna be doing some World Guild Battle, and with the World Guild Battle of today, I want to be bringing back a good old team that I haven't seen all too much, but I still do like a lot. And the team is going to be the good old Shaina, Martina, and Triana. The other teams for today, mostly I'm trying to do something funny here and there, but this is actually how I do most of my World Guild Battles, so this will actually showcase like how I do my World Guild Battles in normal. And let's see if that actually is good or bad or not. So actually, I do want to see this over there. And most of the time in World Guild Battle, I don't really re-rune too much. The Shaina, Martina, Triana, I'll showcase the runes before we start in the second one. Most of the time, they are actually runed for that in my defense. So that's exactly how they are runed for defense as well. So we do have that hit going in over there. Let's go for this hit here. Let's go for an S2. That's fine. Skill 1, that's fine. Another skills, okay. We do love them when they take a lot of additional turns. And then we're already out of the thing. So in this case, it is not the most sustaining proper way of clearing this in the first place. Absolutely not. But does it work most of the times? Yeah, for World Guild Battle, most of the times it's totally fine for me. My guild doesn't always agree with that, but I can say they ain't harder than I do in most World Guild Battles, so it's not as bad. Plus, I'm allowed to do stupid content over here, so we have that skill. Yep, still doing absolutely no damage. Thank you very much. Get the hell out of here. I can proc as well. Yeah, would I do this in a Siege tournament or something, using this against that? Not really. Would I do this anytime else in normal Siege where we don't care as much? Yeah, probably I would. So let's go for Demon Bag again. That's totally fine. Did not actually absorb that. Also fine. I think he has passive back, but if we leave it with that low HP, if it doesn't go for the heal right now, I should be good to go. Yep, because we just died to a dot, and dying to dots is something we really do like on this unit. Because then it's just gone. Well, I can still go for the revive, but he did already use the revive earlier. And sure, the back is kind of annoying. Sure, your healer is gone like half of the time, but in the end, that thing on the right just doesn't do any damage, man. I'm telling you, I don't really like that thing that much, okay? Giving myself a lot of defense breaks right there. That is fine. We don't mind that. We'll just take that. Giving myself dots, also don't mind that. It's totally fine. Now I'm procking 1,000 times. It's all about who procs more. It's proc wars. Sometimes, but sometimes I don't know, man. But let's see. After this, we have the Shaina Martina team. And as mentioned, I'll showcase the runes in between, like going to the next one. So there we have it. Shaina is a swift unit. Very fast. Martina is on violent. Lots of damage. Good stun on the left. Normally, it's not that common to take a stun over there. But as you can see, it's just taking so much damage. So we don't really need to go for heals as of now. Skill 2 wouldn't add too much value. It would add value right now. So that is an insane amount of damage. Ooh, Arsenal Sacrifice. Yikes. You didn't have to proc on that. Yeah, okay. I called it something along the lines of proc wars. I'm not really sure why, but I called it something along the lines of proc wars. Yeah, I think they kind of won because of that. Wait, I don't have damage on this thing? I thought I had damage on this thing. Wait, how much damage are we dealing compared to how much he's dealing for damage? Or for healing? 7k heals, and I hit for 2.5k. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is why you want to make your Triana on damage as well. Because I'm not gonna take this one out ever, because in the end, it's still proc wars. If I let this auto for an hour, then I would probably have it. But if that thing didn't double proc and killed my whole unit, and that thing didn't proc and killed that unit, yeah, then we would have been kind of fine. But ladies and gentlemen, that's why if you want to use a Triana, put your Triana on damage. Proc Wars is gonna get me somewhere, kind of. But that thing is just healing way too much for Proc Wars to win. It's a something, it's a something. Yep, Triana on damage. Highly recommended, boys. I'm pretty sure I could win this, but legit, I CBA, man. Like, if I let that auto for I don't know how long, I could probably win it at some point. But I hella CBA, man. I got more shit to do today. I'm actually flying to Shanghai tomorrow, so therefore not that many videos. Well, at the moment this is posted, I'm already probably flying to Shanghai, so that is that for that case. But yeah, proc wars. Do we kill this right now and then we just, yeah, I don't want to be sitting here. Normally I would have definitely killed. Okay, in the end that's totally fine. That's fast. Okay, that's why you would like to have all of that on will, I guess. That's definitely fast. Who that puts that on swift? Weird teams, weird teams. Okay, how much damage are you gonna do? Just that. That's not that bad because we can do this and add in a branding, add in the branding, add in the branding. Okay, never mind. Well, we still win. Interesting team to counter Swift or like these kind of teams in the first place. It's not crazy fast, but it's decently fast, I would say. So we do win this. So the only team that I wanted to showcase thus far is the only team that was losing this far. That's how it works, man. Trying to showcase teams. Do we get the increase? Did not get the increase, so you have the life skill thingy still. Let's actually hit this. And then we can probably kill it a second time. We can. That's perfect. This will kill you over there. First life. Let's go for you so you don't do the hug. You did do the hug because of Product Wars. Fucking hell. We don't have any skills of yet. We didn't land any debuffs, so no silence. And let's remove this. And I think you should be one turn away from your skills. If we push this back, no, we increased the attack bar on that rather than push back, and we have that again. At least it didn't proc over there. Let's see how much we hit on this. That is a fair bit of damage, and then we can clear on the left as well. So in the end, the only team that did lose was the team that I wanted to showcase, unless we lose this in some miracle kind of way at the end as well. No. Okay. Back to the Triana. Let's actually give Triana some proper damage, because then she would have definitely... Okay, Crispy Baking is rocking some interesting teams, so let's actually play against that, because why not? Where do we want to place that? There's a few options where I could place that against. Let's put that over here this time. I was thinking about actually putting damage on this, but it didn't have... okay, I guess just not really that much artifact damage. Stats on it, it's just kind of slow. That's the main issue. If it was more on speedy, it would have done more damage. You should go for HPs over here. It's probably better. Let's just... That's a weird one, I guess. All of them weird ones. Do we have anything that looks a little bit more... Oh, well, you're not used, then just use this, I guess. So that team is fine over there. This team is fine over there. That team is fine over there. This team is probably not fine over there, and neither is this team. No, actually, this team is kind of fine over there. I don't care about that. This team, however, am I going to outspeed that? Most likely not, so let's outspeed it this way. He could technically still outspeed me, because the units that I'm rocking on this aren't crazy fast, because the fast runes are on Shaina and Martina. And once again, I forgot to show my units, so I'll be showcasing that all the way at the end then. Sorry, guys. So we do have the hits over there. Did get an armor break on that one. That still does a fair bit of damage. Night ambush shouldn't be doing that much damage as well. Didn't even push back properly, and we two-hit them. It's just unfair bear going to unfair. He had a proper high damage on his units, otherwise he wouldn't be doing that much damage or being that squishy, I guess. He was more squishy than doing a lot of damage, to be honest, but yeah, like, if you have a good Feng Yang, you can just smack it into about everything. That's definitely one of those things. If things are ruined good, you can smack it into a lot more stuff, even when it doesn't make too much sense. But in this case, it did kind of make sense. Except for when he would have, like, Vioproc, Despair, Stunned, and Hala killed me in that sense. But then again, it was kind of fine. It was kind of fine. And that thing is properly fast. Interesting one. Okay. I think I kind of have to do this, which is a really weird YOLO. Okay, that is fine. That should probably boost my guy rate. I was hoping he would have done the other skill. And if he would have done the other skill, I could have S1 probably insta-killed this. So let's go for this one right now. Yes, yes. Does kill this. Yeah, we can kill you back in the process. You will guaranteed crit me regardless, except for that skill that will actually give me glancing up. Nice recovery, Sai. Nice recovery. I'll play it. Hell, I'll play it. Could have played it better? Yeah, probably. So in this case, I think we want to aim you on you first time around. And that thing is once again squishy, as same as the last one. This will not trigger the passive, does not actually kill, but that's not really an issue. It would have been more of an issue of not killing that thing. So if we go for this one right here, we go for that one right there, we go for this one over there. Shoot kill, and then we just go for, I think, just an S1 to kill over here. Shoot kill, yep, he goes for Calm Minds. If he doesn't proc like 6 times in a row right now, we just clean up with an S1. Okay, we don't really clean up with an S1, but we almost clean up with an S1. Fine. Then we have this team once again. Let's remove that from you. I guess that these units are decently fast by the looks of the attack bar in there. Okay, we have that going on. This team is just so nice. I have been using this team like all the time. It's just incredibly good. Also, fun thing right now is this will start using an S2 and then die to the dot. So I want to see that happen. So Stu, dice to the dot. It's just super stupid. Okay, we have this team now. I think I was hoping a little bit less will runes, but because of this, I'm going to be stripping that. And then can we get all of that in? That's kind of bad, actually. That's really bad. Can we sleep that? Nope. I was hoping it would do a little bit more. Yeah, that doesn't really help. That doesn't really help. Okay, Shaina and Martina team, maybe not as good. It's Vaio. Oh, maybe I should have left that thing alone and done something else. Okay, Shaina and Martina, maybe it's not as good. I don't know. Was my showcase of the Shaina and Martina comp? It's maybe not as good over there. Let me just show you how it does look like for the stats. These are the stats on it. So 231, it's rocking a 34 and 34 and 34 and 31 and 30. So bit of speedy over there. Additional damage, or not additional damage artifacts, co-op damage and co-op damage. And then over here, we also have one a little bit low on the crit rate, I would say, but co-op damage and co-op damage. And then we do have crit damage in there and those kind of shenanigans. So definitely add in a lot of damage. Apparently, siege offense, not really the way to go. That's definitely a thing, it does seems. It is on my defense with this, and if we see the defense success rate, at least it's doing good on defense. Maybe it is the Tian Lang, but at least it's doing good on defense, I would say. So it's at least a something right there. Well, guys, that's all for this video. Pretty quick one, but just wanted to get out a little bit of a video on showcasing the themes of how I normally do World Guild Battle without me re-runing like 16,000 things. Normally, most of my video is just containing of like re-runing all the time. But yeah, in this case, just was like, nah, let's just actually showcase how I normally do my World Guild Battle. And we got some re-ups. And with those re-ups, we're gonna get some quad rolls. Because I do deserve a quad roll. Now, actually, I got a quad roll recently. 24 quad roll. No! Either how. Let's see, do I have something else that I also... Yeah, you're a 5-ecker and you're going to be... Oh, you're not even plus 12 yet. Plus 12 you. Yes, sir. Absolutely garbage rune. Already expected that. Don't show that again. Keep that shit hidden. And let's see what we go for re-ups. Show me the real re-ups. Show me, come to us, why we are buying re-ups. Show me why we should be buying re-ups and should be buying your packs. We have absolutely no reason to buy your re-ups nor buy your packs. Well, guys, thanks a lot for watching for this one. And see you as always in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.